How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and I am here for an album review, this time for a newer release, this time for I, the Mask by In Flames. That's right, we got the new In Flames album out now, guys, and I will give you guys my take on it. Now, as you guys know, In Flames have really went downhill the last few years, especially with Siren Charms and Battles. And you think like with this new album, I the Mask, it would be even worse because like it really does seem like they just keep getting worse and worse. But I gotta be honest with you guys, but this album is actually not that bad. This is actually a really good album if I'm being perfectly honest with you. It's not a perfect album, and I know it's probably not my favorite album of March 1st. Obviously, you know, if you know me well enough, the two new Demon Hunter albums will probably take that spot for me. By the way, if you haven't checked out my review for those records yet, definitely go and watch that. And I understand that Queensryche also released an album as well, and that's something I'll get around to be doing, but I'm not as obligated to check out that one since I literally just became a fan like a month ago or something. Yeah. But as far as In Flames goes, I've been a fan of them for a few years now. I would say like 5 months before Battles came out. I know that's not very long, but you know, it's long enough, I guess. And I gotta say that, yeah, I the Mask is definitely worlds better than Battles. I mean, this is definitely better than Battles. It's better than Siren Charms. I might even go as far to say that it's better than Sounds of a Playground Fading, but I don't know. I kind of do have some nostalgic value for Sounds of a Playground Fading, so that is a tough call. But let's talk about this record for a little bit. You know, it starts off strong with Voices, which is a heavier track. I really dig this one. This is probably one of my favorites. And of course, the title track, I the Mask, is still a song that holds up. I really like Anders' vocal delivery in this track. I Am Above is, of course, another single that was released. This was the lead single, and it's still a song that holds up. It's catchy, and, you know, I like everything about it, pretty much. Other than maybe, like, a few exceptions, but I think for the most part it is a good song. Now, Follow Me is an interesting song as well. This is one I do want to mention. Because to me this one sounds a little bit like Evil in a Closet from Soundtrack to Your Escape, which I thought was pretty neat. Kind of gave me that vibe. And yeah, I really do like the last two tracks on the album. They're not as heavy, you know, as the previous tracks, but I think the last two tracks on this album, All the Pain and Stay With Me, are good examples on how to do a non-heavy In Flames song. Now, I'm not really the biggest fan of Anders Fridén's clean vocals. Like, I usually prefer when he screams because, in my opinion, he doesn't really have the best singing voice, but he actually really does sound good in these tracks. I mean, I can't really complain about them. I mean, the instrument work in both these tracks are really outstanding, and of course the closing track, Stay With Me, I think is just beautiful. Great way to end the album. Now, there are still some things about this album that hold it back. Don't get me wrong. There's things about it that I really don't like. Of course, like I've mentioned, you know, prior to the album releasing, I don't like the song This Is Our House. Yeah, definitely not a very good song. One of the weakest for sure. And We Will Remember is also one of my least favorites. This album does still have some tracks that are similar to stuff that you would hear in Battles. And yeah, but those are just a few exceptions, I think. I think most of this album is really good. It's a really good album. So yeah, I think this is a good album, guys. As a score, I have to give I the Mask by In Flames probably an 8 out of 10. That sounds about right for me. I really like this album, believe it or not. I'll definitely be going out and picking up the CD at some point. I'm probably just going to wait until the Demon Hunter albums come in the mail, and then I'll go and pick it up. I'll probably pick this album up with my next paycheck or something. But yeah, it's a great album. I mean, I think chronology wise, this album sounds like it could have been released in between A Sense of Purpose and Sounds of a Playground Fading. They didn't completely go back to their 90s sound, like what we would like, similar to like Lunar Strain or The Jester Race, but I think the album for what it is still really good. I mean, you can't really ask for much, you know? It's definitely a good album, though. So I want to know what you guys think of the new In Flames record, I the Mask. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and take care.